We're in the championship after going straight through from the National League South to the championship with just a mix of great recruitment and then just two on loan players from Man City and League One. I was literally just going to take mid-table because my team was good for League One. With the players I signed in September and October, it was a really good squad and we deserved to go up there and come second place. Now, I had to have quite a rebuild to even have a squad that's kind of competitive for the championship. And do you know what? It went a lot better than I thought. So this is the end product. So I go through all the stuff in a minute. I started a little bit of business. This is on like the first day of the season. But it went a lot better. I've gone to a 4-3-3. 4-2-4 will come back if it goes wrong. But I've played a 4-3-3 all season because it was just hard finding good strikers, obviously because I lost my loanees. And I just felt like we have to be a lot more solid. Still the same instructions, still the same lifestyle of play. But yeah, we went to 4-3-3. It took a while to do some business, but we did sell Brandon Austin a transfer budget of 1 million to basically assemble a whole championship squad because a lot of my players have been with me since like the National League and they were starting to falter a bit. I had to say goodbye to Jarvis, and there's a lot of players that have been from the start. So what I did, Brandon Austin went, my keeper. He did all right, but he wasn't as amazing. But I got a 2 million bid for him from Sheffield United. I just had to accept it. Riley Tower didn't play as much as he wanted to. He went. Leighton Stewart did all right by so many good strikers. They all went. Adam Jackson went. He had done well in the 2 years he was here. He was a youngster, never even really played for me. It's kind of a B team strategy. He went for 250k. And I just loaned out a lot of players. Charlie Kilgore went out on loan. Finley Crass went. He did well in the first couple of seasons. Loaned out a couple of my youngsters, quite a few of them actually. Gareth Williams, he went, another youngster who come through like the B team thing, just never really played, loaned him out, went 450k, which is really fun in this squad. And then a few more loans. And then Billy Till, who went, my keeper from like the second season since 2000, went to the league because he hadn't played enough in League One. Another B team player, never really played for 110k. And Tom Knowles, that's a decent amount of money for a good player, good winger went. So this is what I brought in. Ryan Mayer, 220k, goalkeeper. Number one from Derry City. I've signed him before. He's a very good goalkeeper in other ones. And then just free transfers. So got him in, just 22 years old, decent championship player, only on 5k through the West Ham Academy. And he doesn't actually look as good, I think, as he's projected in real life because he's got a lot of skill. But I signed him on a free transfer. He's going to be one of my backup wingers. And I've got Andy Smith, centre back again from Swansea. I'm quite young. It's a good league, very good League One team. That's what I've got to go for, really. And then I got Colombian right back from Bristol City on a free transfer. Did make use of my affiliate with Man City. Got a really tricky winger. I got Joel Ndala on loan. He done well pretty well in League One last season. Got a lone striker in from Burnley. Scored 20 goals in League One last season. Will Smallbone came in quite late in the day. So he'll be a midfield with Raheem Harper. And that's a decent championship. He's a good championship level player. I played quite a bit, 13k wages. And then if Torquay fans will love this, Alone, just like third or fourth choice, Sinclair Armstrong. I've got an option of 220k to make it permanent, just as one of like an option up front, really. So those are the players I brought in, and this is what the squad looks like. Now I did make a couple more changes for the season. Brian's going number one. I've got him in as well as a number two goalkeeper, Aspie Hammond. So it's a pretty solid squad. Still got Louis Brown, who's literally been with me for years now. Can he crack championship football? We will see. Zach Sturge, who's been my left back for a couple of seasons. Will Smallbone, and I've got Joe Williams in, obviously. Can he make it at championship level? We will see. But he's going to be a ball midfielder. Tom Lapsley, I wanted to keep him, but I had a really good loan offer to take him. I thought I really wanted to keep him, but I thought I want him to keep playing. And like money, I'm struggling for money a bit. Louis Copley came in. So he's a player who, again, I got him a couple of years ago. Literally, he's been out on loan for 2 years, and now he looks like he's going to be an option within the squad. Jacob Phillips is going to be an option up front for my youth. Obviously, best on scene. If I stayed in like the National League South, I need to probably my best strikers because I've gone up so much. Dixon Bonner went as well. What a player he has been for me. He went out on loan. I just thought it was easy. I was just going to have loads of unhappy players. If I go straight back down, I go straight back down. I have my strikers will come from his ACL, but can't lie to you, maybe 1 or 2 more signings. That's a really solid squad. Like Jack Day, Mr. Spriggett, like this 11 here. I think it will hold its own very comfortably in the Championship. I was quite confident. I thought when I went up, it's going to be a disaster. It took a while. It took like a month until I could start signing players because the wages they were asking for were ridiculous at the start. But I was patient, didn't panic. I did panic a little bit, but internally. And it's a pretty decent team. And it's a switch to 4-2-3. Obviously, we've got the 4-2-4 there just in case it goes wrong. We've got the 4-2-3, and people will look at this and go, wow, this needs to change. And I did change the roles quite a lot. I mean, it took me a year, a season or two, but if you have everyone, a lot of players on attack, I was struggling to get the goal scorer playing. But for a lot of the season, I ran Harper on the Mazzala, and he created so much. See how the season goes. I think it's a really solid squad. I was focused on extended for another year or two. That 11 should stay up, in my opinion. Our first game in Championship history, the highest score we've ever been, ended in a 1-1 draw at Queen's Park Rangers. They went ahead in 67th minute, but Jacob Phillips, through our youth academy, we play some really good stuff as well. A lovely boy by Miss Brigitte, a lovely finish, absolutely scenes in the way end. 1-1 draw at Queen's Park Rangers. And look, we absolutely had them next year and everything. We just control possession. And I've always liked to keep the ball, and then we've sort of gone for them and battered teams in the final third. This year, it's going to be a lot more get the ball, keep it in midfield, and then the wingers come inside with and hopefully support the striker, as well as Raheem Harper breaking forwards, which they've done, as you can see. So to get all of these working in cohesion, it's just going to give me someone in the sort of defence help transition it. But I think it could be a good season again. We like to have a penalty shootout in the League Cup. Unfortunately, this time we went out in the first round. After drawing 1-1, no disgrace in that at all. Put Ashby Hammond in goal for this one, lost on penalty. Seb Ferdinand, what a guy. We then got our first win in the Championship, a 2-1 win against Huddersfield. Reece Healey, ex-Torquay, was on loan at us when we got relegated to National League South years ago. He scored like 9 goals in a few months. What a career he's had since. But yeah, Mr. Sprigget and Raheem Harper, he's literally, Raheem Harper, what a player is in that Mazzara attack role. My lone striker didn't have a very good debut, missed a penalty. And if I'm honest, this is going to be a theme. My squad plays well this year, but I couldn't get much out of the strikers. There'd be a lot better tacticians than me tell me why, and I did over the next couple of season starts. If a team's winning games, a team's winning games. I just like to have a consistent, I like to see all my players like getting the most out of them. But usually if you change one thing, then the wingers will start struggling. Anyway, 3-2 win at Watford. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Just having these games all the time. And then back-to-back 0-0 draws, very solid. It's good to see my keeper getting clean sheets. And the defence I'm always a little bit worried about. And then a 0-0 home to Luton as well. We were unbeaten in the league. 5 games in, we were 6th. I mean, if I have no like squad depth, really, and I missed the goal scorers of last season, the strikers nowhere near. As you can see, I've got 7 players all with 1 goal. But and the football's still the same sort of football. Working on some transfers still. I was working. As you can see, I got a deal offers in for Matthew Hope for 2.1 million, but it's kind of my only striker, so I think I stayed on to him. But I did make a very experienced signing in Ross Barkley. He came in for a year. After being at Luton and then in France again for a bit. He came in just as a good experienced option for me. So yeah, I was working on it. I didn't really have much money left. And then I also got another midfielder. I was quite like midfielders. I gave an ESC play to this guy. Just he's a free agent, really good player from Sociedad. Can play holding midfielder and in centre midfielder, good championship player. It's a really good squad. Like in League One, I've actually just got a really solid squad. I wish I had the strikers of last year, but he's been playing in the games a lot now. So yeah, it's this just sort of the striker situation because he's had 2 stinkers. I'm going to start playing Sinclair Armstrong. Got Jacob Phillips. The rest of his game's not amazing, but he's a good finisher. So the one through my youth academy. But we've got a couple of injuries at the start. It was annoying. But yeah, it's a very solid team, and that's all we need to be. We're still predicted 21st, but let's go for it. There's no pressure on us. The momentum will hit out eventually, but Raheem Harper, I'm just playing around him at the moment in that Mazzara attack role with Smallbone and then either Williams or Marin, the Spanish lad, behind him. It's a really solid squad, and I always ideally want to get a 4-3-3 working. I just like 4-3-3s if you can get it working right. But it's just balancing it. But obviously coming up it's 4-2-4. When I get to the stage where I'm probably one of the best teams in the league again, I will go back to 4-2-4. I wasn't trying to build. I'm trying to do a Luton now. I'm trying to just solidify and hopefully push for a Premier League. That's the aim. But the 4-3-3 is the way forward for them. An amazing form when at Sheffield Wednesday, similar to our FA Cup run last year. Sinclair Armstrong, I finally started him and he got 2 goals. It just shows that lad from Burnley really struggled this season. I've never seen a striker to struggle on rating so much. And he had really good stats. I didn't really understand it, to be honest. Maybe I won't get the best out of him, but it's always the player's fault, not mine. Good management. Anyway, 2-2 draw at home to Ipswich. Decent point. And then a 1-1 win. 1-1 win. 1-1 draw at Norwich. The great Patson Daka score, but Mr. Brigitte equalised at his old club. 2-0 defeat over to Fulham. It's going to happen with the best teams in the league. 3-1 defeat home to Blackburn. Wasn't as happy about that. Before a crucial 1-0 win at Sunderland. Just end that streak. You don't want to start plummeting. Jack Day, good championship player. Still got, still reached that potential. Might be Premier League potential. So 11 games in, similar to League One actually. We're 10th. We've lost a couple of games, but we're way above relegation zone. If I can keep improving the squad, who knows? It's solid. Luton, Fulham looking very good. But we're holding our own. This 4-3-3 has really worked. A lot of championship quality players. But look at it. I keep trying to play him. You think, oh, he's going to be all right. I don't see stats that are problems here, but he's on a 6.32 and scored no goals in 7. So Sinclair Armstrong, on the other hand, from Queens Park Rangers, 3 and 5. So it's going all right.